Greetings, you all. Happy Friday. How are you guys doing today? Today is the day that Venus rules, and Venus is currently in Aquarius. So I'm not doing the astrology like that. I'm doing Mercury Retrograde astrology. And so if you want to understand Venus in Aquarius more, I suggest you go check it out. But Venus in Aquarius is an interesting energy because it's like this unique love, like people who have the capacity to love in situations that are not conventional. And we look down upon that, but that's so important in our world. You know, people who are not interested in, like, I'm one of those people. I'm not interested in conventional romantic relationships. They bore the fuck out of me. And so I experience relationships in unique ways that are not what people would say is the norm. So see how that falls in your life. But today is Mercury retrograde in the post shadow, and we are at the 8th degree. We finally made it to the 8th degree in the wee hours of the morning time, and the 8th degree of Sagittarius. So here's the thing. This is about having faith in your partnerships. This is about knowing that you are in connection with people where there is a shared power, where or do you have relationships where there are power struggles that are going on? This is about understanding how to harmonize your connection to others in ways that is beneficial for you and them. And that's not always the easiest thing in this culture that we live in, where we have these, all or nothing. And, as I've lived long enough now, I feel like the love that, like, I grew up in a world where everything was like romantic, and Cinderella and Snow White and Prince Charming is coming, and all the movies were romantic. And so I deeply desired that, because that was what I was conditioned to believe was true and real and available. And it wasn't something that I ever experienced. And once I started reading, I thought something was wrong with me. So when I started reading astrology, realizing that I had an Aries North Node and all these planets in the first house in Aries, and that my life is really about me following my own path and learning how to be true to myself, and the South Node in Libra, which meant that I had in a past life had spent a great deal of time in relationships, codependent, people pleasing, and that was not what this life was about. So I had to realize that the thing that I was aspiring to isn't even really available to me. It's not even available to me. So I had to undo all of the programming and conditioning and the pursuing of this fairy tale romantic experience. And in that, because I was in these ideas of like men are gonna save me, I didn't show up in my own power. And I remember in my marriage, my husband at the time, he would be very frustrated at me with simple things like I didn't read instructions, things like that. And in his mind, he's like, you don't read instructions because you're lazy, because you know I'm gonna do it. And I don't know that's how he saw it in me. Now, as someone who's done a lot of healing, I understand why he saw that in me. But all I can say is that was conditioned in me. I was conditioned to believe that my partner had the power, and that I was pretty much a damsel in distress that was being rescued. And healing that has helped me see that I have something to offer in relationships, and that's what the eighth degree is about. Scorpio, what are you sharing? Now, the easiest way we share energy with people, or one of the easiest ways, is in romantic experiences, or they don't have to be romantic. It's sex, right? Sex is an exchange of power. Money is an exchange of power. How are you exchanging your energy, power, time, and what are you getting back for it? Like, literally understanding what the exchange is. And with that's why I always say on Fridays, let's do the Venus day. And so that's why I invite you guys to do a exchange with me, whether it be say thank you. You can send a donation to my Venmo, which is @ Monique Ruffin. You can send a donation to my Cash App, which is $ Monique Ruffin. The Venmo is Monique-Ruffin, and the Cash App is just Monique Ruffin. But there has to be an exchange in order for things to come to life. You can't just, like, nothing is free, and that's not about money. Energetically, there's always an energetic exchange. And so today is a day, we're now in our third leg of Mercury Retrograde, the final leg. So you want to, because we won't get this chance again, and you've already had 2 opportunities to work with this energy very subtly. Where is it showing up in your life? Where are you out of balance? Where's your power being misused? And how can you course correct it? What can you do? And here's the thing that's important for you to know. It's never them. It's always you. It's never them. It's always you. I became very aware that I was giving my power away, expecting that people would show up and be like, oh, thank you, without saying, here's what I'm doing and here's what I need back in return. Or here's, you know what I mean? Like, it's up to you to really stand for yourself. And if you don't do it, like a lot of women, that was the thing. Like, I wasn't taught how to stand for myself in ways that was balanced and harmony and harmonizing, that actually worked for me and others. I was taught that I had to manipulate and force or play victim or like all of these sort of things. So pay attention to health challenges, because sometimes we create health challenges because we want people to care for us, and we just do that. So a lot of that stuff is that's subconscious behavioral patterns and patterns that come from our families that we've not worked out. All right, you all. So thank you. We have a few more days. This retrograde ends January 2nd. If this work has been benefiting you, I encourage you to leave a note. How's it been benefiting you? Send me a private message or send a donation. My Cash App is $ Monique Ruffin, or for Venmo @ Monique-Ruffin. Peace and blessings, y'all. I love y'all. Bye-bye.